G'day guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we are doing a round 12 AFL tips and predictions, and we have a guest on. It is Shannon Humphries. Say g'day.
G'day.
So before we get our tips done, we are going to be reviewing round 11.
And it was an interesting round of footy, I would say.
I got 7 out of 9 in round 11. And in my margin, I tipped the Bulldogs by 9. They won by 14. I was 5 off. So, anyways, reviewing the round, Sydney beat the Bulldogs by 14 in the first Thursday night match. Then Wallyallup, or now Fremantle, they were called Wallyallup at the time, drew with Collingwood at Optus Stadium.
Which no one expected.
Yeah, not many people expected that. Then, obviously, Port Adelaide beat Yardapulti beat North Melbourne by 59.
They're now 0-11.
Yep. Carlton beat the Suns by 29.
Got that one too correct as well.
Me too. The Giants stunned Geelong in Geelong.
Then this is where the tracks start to fall off. The wheels start to come off.
Yeah, and now, then, Dreamtime at the G, of course, it's pretty obvious, Essendon won.
We all know Essendon were too good against Richmond.
Yeah, Richmond did pretty good, though.
Correct.
Richmond did good for what they did, though.
Especially with a lot of injuries they've got.
Then Hawthorn beat Brisbane by 25. I got that right.
Well, I didn't. I tipped Brisbane to get up.
Obviously, Narm beat Euroke by 38.
Got that tip correct. And then the last game of the round, Adelaide absolutely smashed us by nearly 100 points.
Yes, 99. Kawana beat Woolwich Marooa. Now, I should have got this tip right. I should have got 8 out of 9. I changed 1 minute before the game to West Coast because everyone would be telling me to get the hype up on West Coast. Everyone I play footy, everyone in my footy team saying they've tipped West Coast, so I decided to go with them and change, and I am regretting it.
But I tipped Adelaide because it was at their home deck. So I got that tip right. So we both ended up with 7 out of 9.
Yes, and before we get into the tips, I am going to be going over my tipping competition. Now, the standings will be on screen right now. So, let me just get onto it.
Bear with us for a minute there.
Yeah. So, hold on. So, competitions, the 2024 AFLCJ Coast Tipping Comp. For round 11, the highest score was SportFan/Way L with 8 tips right and 4 off the margin. Then followed by Jaden O'Callaghan with 8 and 9. Then Liam Patton with 8 and 14. And then those were the only people that got 8.
They must have stuffed up on the Giants. They must have stuffed up on the Giants Geelong game.
On the Giants, yeah. And then or they might have done it at Hawthorn Brisbane.
One of the two.
Yeah, and then Liam Patton leading the comp with total score with 71 tips this season. Then followed by 01 Chloe, Bailey Boy 2000, Sean Holland, and AFL Goat HQ. All in the top 5.
Better known as Chris.
Yep, there's 36 people in my comp. I'm sitting 33rd. And Shannon is sitting... Where are you? Are you in my comp, Shannon?
I think I was, but I don't know what position I was in.
I can't find you in my comp right now. But anyways, that's the review of that round in our tips. Let's get on to our tips for this round.
And then we'll go through the mid-season awards.
We'll do that later. But Starting off round 12 on Thursday night at the Adelaide Oval, Port Adelaide take on the Blue Baggers. A pretty intriguing contest. Carlton
Now, this will
just
be the
beat
last round of the Thursday night games before the bye rounds come into play.
This is a bye round.
Well, I'm just saying in the fixture, this will be the last time we'll be seeing the Thursday night games because they're going back to Friday night games. Yeah?
No, next round there's one more. The last Thursday night is next round.
Oh, no, 2 more rounds of Thursday night action then.
Yep. So, anyways, Port Adelaide Carlton, even though it is at the Adelaide Oval, we've seen Port Adelaide get beaten by Melbourne there.
are very hard to beat there.
Yes, indeed. So, listen to this. The competition is pretty even, but listen to this. Port Adelaide lost to Melbourne at the Adelaide Oval, and Carlton beat Melbourne. So, does that mean Carlton can beat Port Adelaide?
Could happen, could potentially not happen. We'll find out.
Yes, both sides are really good of a team. I am edging towards Carlton, though.
Both sides are on fire at the moment. Both teams taking care of 2 very bad performing teams. Port Adelaide took care of an easily disposed North Melbourne side. Carlton decided to kick the Suns' asses and said, "See you later."
Yep, and so I'm going to tip Carlton by 8 in this game. They have a lot of key players that can rip Port Adelaide apart and never tear us apart. Well, sorry, Port Adelaide fans, but Carlton will tear you apart. What is your tip, Shannon?
And what are the odds for this game?
Well, 1.70 Port Adelaide, $2.15 Carlton.
I'm actually going to tip the home side. I think Port Adelaide can take care of Carlton. If anyone can beat Port Adelaide at home, they can. If Port Adelaide can beat some good sides at home, then they can easily beat some bad sides at home. So that's why I'm tipping Port Adelaide at home to dispose of Carlton by 40.
Fair enough. Moving on to the Friday night footy at Marvel, the Collingwood Magpies take on the Bulldogs. Collingwood coming off a choke. 25 points. 5 minutes left on the clock. Jesus, how good were Freo in that last 5 minutes? They came back, and if only
as much
they
as
won.
25 points down, nearly 26 points down.
And if only Freo won, though, and then the Bulldogs.
If Jeremy Stark hadn't kicked that goal, Freo would have gone up. Got up.
Would have won, yep. But it's unlucky for Freo. But, yeah.
But they're lucky to get 2 points. They split the 4 points each. 2 to each side.
Yeah. Even though the Bulldogs shocked the Giants a couple of weeks ago and almost beat Sydney, Collingwood at home, they're just too good. I'm going to edge towards Collingwood. They have a lot of key players that can actually play.
Especially with Aiden Begg gone for the season with that nasty knee.
Yeah, but Bo McQuarrie, Josh Dacos, Nick Dacos, Mason Cox, Lipinski, Tom Mitchell. The list goes on and on and on. They're just easily one of the best teams in the comp, and that's why I'm going to tip Collingwood to beat the Bulldogs. What is your tip, Shannon?
Did you forget the margin?
Oh, yeah, Collingwood Collingwood will win by 22.
I think the Magpies are going to win in a thriller. That always seems to be the kings of close games. I think the Pies can get up by 11 points and it'll be a thrilling game. But don't discount the Bulldogs. They can upset a good team. They can upset some teams like they did against the Giants a few weeks ago. They should have beaten the Swannies at Marvel. Yeah, I think it's at Marvel.
Yeah, it was
at Marvel. So I think it's either I think this game's at the MCG or Marvel this week.
This is at Marvel.
Pies by 11 to break the Bulldogs' hearts.
Yep.
The Bulldogs by 11 for me.
Okay. So Next game at the MCG, Hawthorn
Now we've got a
Adelaide.
bunch of good Saturday games.
But I am actually going to tip Hawthorn to upset the Crows. Now, the Crows beat the Eagles by 99 at Adelaide Oval.
Should have won by more if they kicked straight.
But the Crows, they don't really play the best away, to be honest. Hawthorn, they just choked at the Adelaide Oval to Port Adelaide. Unluckily, they've just beaten Brisbane. They can surely go beat Adelaide at the MCG. I'm going to tip Hawthorn by 11. And it should be a pretty cracking contest at the G with players like James Sicily, John Newcombe, and many more.
Wingard should be back to his first game since he suffered that Achilles last season.
What's your tip anyway?
Well, given the fact that Crows beat us last week by nearly 100 points, I'm actually going to tip the Adelaide Crows. I think they'll probably get up by 20 with the likes of Dawson, Walker, Laird, Cook, Braden Cook, Sam Berry. We know Elliot Himmelberg's probably going to miss this week. Rankin's just another 2 weeks away. Nick Murray might be coming back this week. So Adelaide by 20 should be a whipping contest, but don't discount the Hawks. They can upset them. So Hawks by 20.
Hawks by 20?
Yeah, Adelaide by 20.
Oh, Adelaide by 20. Anyways, next game, 2:35 at Optus. The Eagles take on the Saints. Even though the West Coast Eagles came off a 99-point loss to the Crows, they beat the Demons the week before at Optus. They only lost to the second on the ladder team, the Bombers, by 6 at Optus. They beat Freo at Optus. They beat Richmond at Optus and lost to the Giants at Optus. They're better than Freo at Optus this season. And I'm going to say, even though St Kilda only lost by 38 and West Coast lost by 99 last week, the odds are going the Eagles' way at Optus. And I can see why. I'm going to tip the Eagles to get the job done by 37 because whenever we win at home, it's a massive win. And it's just going to be beautiful. Chesser, Jimby, Waterman, and all of those key players are going to have a good game, and the Eagles will win by 37 to the Saints. Saints' hearts will be broken, especially Cardi's heart will be broken. What's your tip, Shannon?
In fact, like you said before, and like I said before, Harley Reid took a massive specky at the Adelaide Oval. You missed that one. You forgot to mention that one. I'm going to say Adelaide. Well, well, given the fact it's at home, and like you said, the bets are going our way, the Saints are favourites in the percentage, but I'm leaning towards the 47% of tippers going the Eagles. So I'm going the Eagles by 39, and I think Matt Flynn should be back this week.
Yes, he is.
After leaving the Giants last season. I think, and the Saints are playing atrocious footy this year. They just can't seem to get on the board. They just can't seem to kick straight. They're just having a bad day. So we're going to get up by 39, send the Saints away, and make them lose even more percentage and make them pay. So we will get our revenge by winning by 39 and get our revenge from last time we played them. We should have won at home, so we're going to beat them and get revenge. So West Coast by 39.
All right. Next game, Geelong versus Richmond at GMHBA. Yes, Geelong just lost to
It's another home game for the Cats. They've lost like 16 games in a row.
Anyways, even though it is at GMHBA, and even though the Cats lost to the Giants last week, Richmond away are horrendous. That even though, except for the Richmond Bulldogs game, they lost by 91, even though it was at home. Then the next week, 119.
They lost by 119 to the good Brisbane side.
Yeah, and Brisbane aren't even that good this year.
Neither is St Kilda.
Yeah, and then they lost by 12 to Essendon, but Essendon aren't a smashing team. Yes, Richmond are away, and yes, Geelong are going to rip the Richmond's hearts apart. And I'm going to go Geelong by 120 in a smashing game.
Oh my God.
What's your tip?
Since you've gone 120, I say Geelong will easily take care of the Tigers. Tomahawk is only 7 goals away. He's up to 793 goals, and he'll get to 800 before the end of this round. So I'm going Geelong to win by an even 100 plus points, and I'll go 110 points
Fair
and put
enough,
away
Shannon.
the Richmond side. And it'll be a big boost for the Geelong Cats.
Moving on to the next game at T.O. Traeger
And I
Park.
also forgot to mention that they might get Dangerfield back this week.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, moving on to the next game at T.O. Traeger Park. The Days take on the Dockers, but even though the Days are having a better season than the Dockers this season, I swear, every season the Dockers always beat the Days. And that's why I'm going to tip the Dockers. Even though it is away, they will beat the Days by 17 points in a really good game. What's your tip?
Every year, the Dockers always seem to get up over Melbourne, but I reckon Melbourne will get the better of them. They'll get the upper hand away from home, and I reckon they'll get up by 28 points, make it a cracking contest. Even though Petty's out with a foot injury, but still, these will get up by 28.
Alrighty, moving on to the final game of the round. Heritage Bank People First Stadium. Gold Coast take on the Bombers. Gold Coast is going to win this one. Their home form will continue. Essendon's winning streak will stop. They had 4 in a row.
And to come to an end eventually.
Yeah, and the Gold Coast are the best. Arguably one of the best, other than probably West Coast Adopters. Gold Coast at Heritage at People First.
People
West
First
Coast
Stadium.
Adopters. Yeah,
Freo at Optus, Bulldogs at Marvel, D's at the MCG, Port and Adelaide at Adelaide,
and we
Brisbane
have
at the
Gold Coast
Gabba,
and Gold Coast.
Hawthorn and North at UTAS. Those are just some of the teams I've listed, and some of the stadiums I've even mentioned.
Yeah, but not every side is good at their home ground. But Gold Coast are surely, and they are going to get the job done against the Bombers. Thrilling contest, Bombers by 1 point.
And like you said, they're undefeated both at home and away. This win streak at home will continue for the Suns. I reckon they'll get it done.
No, the Suns aren't undefeated away. Suns are
home.
Suns are
I'm just
winless.
talking about.
Yeah, and then Suns are winless away.
Actually, they did. They won 2 games at TIO Stadium.
Yeah, that's at home. That's their home ground.
That's up in the Northern Territory.
Yeah, but that's still their home ground.
Well, that's 2 home grounds they can play at. TIO.
Yeah. Do you know how
do
you know how North Melbourne have Blundstone and Marvel? They're both their home grounds.
Yeah.
And then that's the same with Gold Coast and with Heritage Bank or People First and TIO.
Whatever they. I'm going to tip the Suns by 20. Hopefully the Bombers' win streak will end.
Alrighty, that is it for the tipping video today. Thank you all for watching.
Aren't we forgetting the mid-season awards?
What mid-season awards? What are you talking about?
You know who's going to win the Coleman, the Brownlow, the flag?
Mid-season predictions.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Since
That's
Channel
what we
Hospital, we'll
forgot.
do it. Yeah, we'll do our mid-season predictions. I'm gonna
Luckily,
say,
I remembered.
yeah. Starting off with the Coleman, I'm gonna say Jake Waterman snatch. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna say.
Now, I think
Charlie
you said
Curnow.
Toby.
Yeah, I said Toby Green at the start of the year.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go Ben King.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Ben King.
You've gone Ben King, all right. Now, originally I did say Nick Larkey at the start of the year, but this is a player that might actually get a three-peat, and I'm going to say, from the Carlton Blues, I'm going to go with Charlie Curnow.
Back to back to back.
A three-peat. No one's ever done a three-peat.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure Lockett had. No, Coventry did. Coventry did.
You got another one?
So, Charlie Curnow is my Coleman medalist.
All right, moving on to the Brownlow. I'm going to say that Nick Dacos will just win it. I just reckon he will.
Now, you said the Bonds at the beginning of at the start of the year, but now you decided to change it to Nick Dacos. Now, this
Yes,
is a
indeed.
player that has never won a Brownlow before. So I think, now originally I said Nick Dacos at the start of the year, but given the fact he's injury prone, I've actually gone for a different Brownlow medalist, a player that has never won one. So I say from the Sydney Swans, it is going to be Isaac Heaney.
Really?
Because he's the clear favourites for the Brownlow at the moment, if he keeps that performance up.
All right, fair enough. And last reward, Rising Star. I'm gonna go.
We already know who's going to win the Rising Star. It's Harley Reid. We all know we already know Harley Reid's going to win it. And now for my flag predictions. Now, I originally said the Pies at the beginning of the year. Now, this is a team that have never won a flag before. Because they're clear favourites, I'm actually going to change my tip from the Pies to the Sydney Swans.
Sydney won a premiership.
Yeah, they will. They're clear favourites at the moment.
No, Sydney have won a premiership. You said they've never won one.
What year was that?
2005 and like 2012.
Well, then I'm going Sydney to win their third premiership.
They had more in the VFL, but yeah, third premiership in the AFL. Yep.
So Sydney won my flag predictions.
Fair enough. My flag predictions, it's the exact same as your. Oh, my flag prediction, straight sets 2 years in a row, they will be back. I predicted them to finish third this year. That's who might do it. The Nile or the Melbourne Demons will win the flag, in my opinion.
All right. We'll see how we go at the end of the season and go through and see who's got it right and who's got it wrong.
Yep.
We don't need to worry about the ladder predictions. We just need to worry about the awards.
Yep. Alrighty, guys. Thank you for watching this round 12 tipping video plus the mid-season predictions. Have a good one. See you on the next vid. It's probably a vlog. Peace out. Shannon has left. Everyone, peace.